everybody, welcome! First thing on YouTube. Hi, Twitch chat, you look wonderful today. Damn. Immediate flirting. Hi, everybody, welcome to today's stream. Yes, today is actually our partner anniversary. I've never celebrated it any year, though, which is kind of weird. Should I be celebrating it? Like, I actually don't know. I've never celebrated a partner anniversary. Inazuma, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. I really appreciate it. See, it's easy to remember my partner anniversary date. Honestly, if it wasn't on October 3rd, I would literally never remember that it was on this day, like on any other day. Because, like, October 3rd is Full Metal Alchemist Day. And, yeah, that's the only reason I'm able to remember it. That's kind of crazy that that happened in the first place, though. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to my court table. Also, I have to say, I have been neglecting the gavel. Oops. Stream is now in session. I'm sorry for neglecting this poor gavel. I think it's been like 2 streams. Mean Girls Day? I don't even know what Mean Girls Day is. I used to know that information, but I don't know that information anymore. Yeah, I don't know why Twitch gave out like notifications about partner anniversary early. It's today. It's October 3rd. All seated? Yes. You don't know. No, all rise here. All seated. Make sure you sit your asses down. I probably should get up, but why would I do that? Raka, thank you so much for the 16-month resub. I really appreciate it. All right, chat. I need you to be real with me. Be real. How are you actually feeling right now? In this moment, how are you actually feeling? It's a Thursday. You know, you're coming up to the end of the week here. How are you actually feeling? I'm feeling fine! Okay, Apollo. That's great. Happy for you, sweetie. Oh, October 3rd is also a Mean Girls Day? You'd think I'd know that. Hungry, awful. Oh my gosh, very tired, eepy. 6, shit. Oh my god. I'm alive, bad, tired, exhausted, no one's okay in this chat. No one's okay. Oh my god.
Party had the week would be better with Edgeworth. Let's be honest.
Oh my god. The week would be better with Edgeworth? I mean, any day would be better if Edgeworth was around, you know, but there's stuff to look forward to in every day, though. It's Crystal in 3D. Am I on trial? Yes, this is a cross-examination. Most of us are American. It's hard to be okay. Yikes. We're struggling, hungry, and sick. Only, like, one person is pretty fine. Oh my god. Chat, you are... You know what? We're gonna get through this week together, okay? Right, chat? We're gonna get through this together. Take the hand. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. I didn't realize, like, all of you are actually shitty. Like, we're all just having a shitty time. I'm okay. I'm managing, you know? For the first time this morning, I don't want to say meditated, but I just kind of, like, I woke up and I opened my eyes. I'm still laying in bed. And I just kind of, like, stared at the ceiling. And I just, like, sat in my thoughts for a good, like, 10 to 15 minutes before I got up and actually got a shower and did something. And that was kind of nice. I kind of want to do that every morning. Because it's kind of like a vibe check. You wake up, you give yourself a vibe check, and then you go on with your day. So yeah, in the 10 to 15 minutes that I'm, like, just lying there in my bed, just kind of, like, mellowing my thoughts, it's like, yeah, I didn't realize how much stuff actually bothers me right now, and it's hard to move on. There's a lot going in the crack-a-lackin' right now. Defendant, is it true that you've been the imposter in Among Us 5 times 2 Thursdays ago? Yes, in a row. This is true. We're fine. Yeah, just tell yourself that you're fine. Yeah, just like Apollo. That's the method here. Our name is YouTube chat, and we are fine. There we go. That's the right attitude. There you go. There you go. Your birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday. Belated early. I wish I had a good sleep schedule. I think that if you do anything with your life, having a good sleep schedule is the best thing that you could possibly do for your brain, because it helps you in like all areas of life. Your physical body, it helps your mental, it helps everything. If you can have a solid sleep schedule. That's one thing I'm very thankful for that I do have, is a very solid like sleep schedule. Go to bed at midnight, wake up at 8 every day. I'm stressed because I'm about to graduate uni, so I'm laboring to get all my business stuff set up to go full-time as a video editor. Oh, does that mean that we get more Alan? Oh my god. Does that possibly mean that we get more Alan videos? Oh my god. Maybe. We don't stress Alan out in this house. You're saying that playing the new Zelda until 4 a.m. and waking up at 7 is not good for me? Probably not. Probably not. But you know what? If you are happy, who am I to tell you to not do that? You know, like, did playing the new Zelda until 4 a.m. and wake up at 7, did that make you happy? I'm not gonna say differently. That's the plan? Oh. All right, we're ready to pay Alan double time here.
Pikes Peak Audio tipped $5. I wish I could have a solid sleep schedule, but my cat keeps waking me up at odd hours.
Oh.
It's a true dilemma, uninterrupted sleep or cat.
You can't lock your cat out of your bedroom? Actually, does that really solve anything? Because then you end up having your cat outside your door. My old cat used to do that whenever I didn't let him inside the bedroom at night so that I could sleep. I would just get the loudest meows outside my door. It's like they're fucking dying. Your cat starts banging on the door. Yeah. I guess that does make it worse. Cats are drama queens. But you know what? Cat's worth it. Because you want to know something? Pets, at the end of the day, help relieve stress. So you're kind of winning with a pet at the end of the day. You know I've been on TikTok too much whenever I read Mary's comment. I have a good sleep schedule, but yes, my car wakes me up like clockwork because everyone on TikTok calls their cats cars, and I'm sorry. There's snuggle bugs. Oh, I want a cuddly kitty so bad. I'm so cat deprived. I don't want to live many more years of my life without having a cat, because like our time is so limited and so short in our lifespans. And why have I not just had, like, the fact that I've been living without a cat for 7 years plagues my brain. It actually really bothers me. I'm like, oh, man, I just want a cat. I love silly little cars. Aren't they the best? Chat, go buy the Ambi plushie so you could get a pet that doesn't need fed. Yo, that was so good, Flora. Did you know that you don't have to feed or take care of the Ambi plushie? The Ambi plushie is just happy to exist. And if you get one today, it's the equivalent... Okay, I was gonna say that it's the equivalent of getting a pet rock, but this is way better than a pet rock, okay? You don't need to feed it, you don't need to take care of it, you just need to let it sit on your shelf looking really cute. Ambi plushie. Real cute. There we go. Flora with the plug. That was smooth. That was smooth, Flora. Is the place you live at a no pets policy? It is, but people still have pets. I'm pretty sure we would. The problem is Dom. He is both allergic to cats.
Like Crystal, you can live with a cat allergy. I do it all the time. I'm allergic and I have a cat.
Dom also has asthma, so anytime his allergies get triggered, it triggers his asthma, and it's a chain reaction. So, I don't want to kill Dom by having a cat. Yeah. So, but I've been trying to poke him for like 2 years now. And he's not doing it, but I don't know what to do about it. But there's like, you know, you can get injections to get rid of allergies, but it takes a long time to like go through your system, right? So like you can get rid of allergies with the power of medicine now and shots, but it takes like a long time to go through your system. So I've been trying to convince him for a long time to get it started now because I want to have a cat when we move. I know. Next time he asks you what gift you want, this is what you tell me. Yeah. I just want you to, you know, start maybe, you know, at least like look into the process of getting allergy shots to get rid of an allergy over time, because you're able to do it now. Yeah, Canadian healthcare, take advantage of it, right? We can get the thing. Your dad lived with a breather and an inhaler to fight cat allergies, so me and my bro could have cats each growing up. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, hypoallergenic cats don't work for Dom. We've talked about it many times, but yeah, there are different types of allergens. You could be allergic to the fur of cats, or you can be allergic to the saliva of cats. And this goes for many other animals too, but Dom is allergic to the saliva. So you having a hyperallergenic cat is not going to do anything for Dom when you're allergic to the saliva. Unfortunately, he cannot. I was Dom with Elliot. See, even like the 2 weeks that we spent house sitting and like taking care of Elliot, those were like a really rough 2 weeks. I think the first year we did the house sitting, it was worse because he was only taking 1 allergy pill per day, until our doctor told us that like you can take up to 4 allergy pills per day. So we tried this year him taking 2 allergy pills every day, and that made a huge difference. He was actually able to breathe a little bit better with having Elliot around, but it was still not ideal. He was still kind of dying a little bit every night. Plot twist, he's been doing it in secret so that one day he comes with a kitty for you. That would literally be the best day of my life, and I love surprises so much, but Dom isn't doing that.
Lentil tip 13 Canadian dollars and 99 cents. Thoughts on Ray Fur? Personally, I thought having an investigation partner that's a mean bratty girl instead of an upbeat spunky one was a breath.
Thank you for the 14 Canadian dollar donation, Lentil. That's really generous. I think Rafa's evil, that's all. I don't want to talk about Rafa too much. I've had to delete some comments because people are talking about her way too much and like making me feel like she's not evil. And I hate that people are making me feel like she's not evil. Like, please stop talking about Rafa. I don't like seeing that people are like, oh, she's like the Maya of this game. Well, why are you telling me that? That gives me a completely different impression. Shut the fuck up. Ah, she's evil. Just don't. Blech. Anyway. He isn't doing it yet. I mean, Dom is amazing in his own right. I don't. We'll work on the cat thing. Because yes, I think we did agree that whenever we moved into a bigger place that we'll get a cat, because it's easier to live with a cat whenever you have a bigger space to have a cat. Less concentrated allergens, and we have more control over the space. So, yeah, it should be better whenever we move. Oh yeah, my theory. Rafa is actually dead and possessing someone who ruined Karayan 23 years ago. Yeah. Rafa is actually dead. Yes. I loved that theory, and I still stand by that theory. She's dead. Yeah. First thing she does is threaten a 9-year-old with a death sentence. I mean, yeah. We met her parents, and now I can see where the evilness comes from. And now that we met her parents, I'm like, oh, she's gonna have like a character arc. A stupid character arc, like, I'm not gonna be like my parents. Viva la revolution! Something like that. Either that or she is, I like my first theory. She's dead. She's just straight evil. Godot is still being channeled by Miss Yuffie. Oh my god. Damn it! Anywho. Like, spirit channeling is fun in these games because, like, I feel like I can have a lot of ridiculous theories. Dance of Devotion video. Oh my goodness. You know, eventually. The possessed gun. You guys still make fun of me for the possessed gun theory. But, like, it was a good theory. You don't know the powers of spirit channeling. And especially after knowing how this game is. Like, there's more powers than ever. Like, Rafa's ability to, like, see the past 10 seconds of, or see the moments before a person dies. Like, there's more powers here in this game. That is not so far-fetched anymore. Just saying. The more we play this game, the more absolute bullshit that we see.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Gun.
Spirit of the gun, yes. And I'm sure, thank you for the 100. I appreciate it. Are there more theories where someone isn't actually dead? When it comes to this case, I have some basic theories. I don't know who did it yet. But The only thing I kind of thought of is that someone took all of the flags and stitched them together to make like a banner that went from the mountain that's next to this mountain. And the way that the prisoner escaped was jumping off the cliff and onto the banner. That's what I think. Like, it acted as like a net to catch a body. But I don't got any more than that. I kind of thought that there would also had to be like some sort of arrow involved. Like, I think there has to be some sort of arrow involved for distance. Because it's kind of like a locked room mystery, but except it's not a locked room. It's open on all sides. There's just one way up and down, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't try to make something work from afar. I don't know. I've been trying to think about it. Locked Mountain Summit mystery. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what this is. It's easy. I think it's easy to pin the blame on like, oh, the prisoner escaped so that they could commit murder. But like, what if the prisoner's a good guy? I don't know. Did Simon Blackwell teach me anything? I guess, but Simon Blackwell also didn't like escape from prison. Edgeworth just gave him permission to leave. So that's a bit different. But I don't want to automatically point fingers at the escaped prisoner either. I think that's a little bit too bland. Ask Crystal feeling any chemicals between Apollo and Nayuta? Well, no, because yesterday nothing happened. Like, Nayuta and Apollo weren't in yesterday's stream, but we'll see him today. I don't have any more theories on that. I kind of have a theory. I just kind of feel stupid with it, so I don't say it. Can I escape from prison? Do you have a hall pass? We'll see. Stupid theories are the best ones. I mean, I guess it's not that stupid, but the other thing I thought of is like in yesterday's conversation where we tried to figure out Apollo's family situation. I kind of just had like a fleeting thought that so, like, his mom is Lemuar, but I don't recall we ever found out who the daddy-o is. And it was just implied that there was, like, some sort of a love triangle, but... So we know Trucy's situation, but we don't fully know Apollo's situation. So I had the thought that Apollo's mom was Lemuar, but his dad could be... I don't even know how that would work. Like, how the fuck would they fuck? But I was like, what if the tie is in Korean? Like... It seems really silly whenever I think about it. I'm like, Lemuar never left Borginia. Actually, wait, no. That was the amnesia thing that was talking. Wait, never mind. I take that back. I forgot about the amnesia part where she thought she never left Virginia. Anyway, but No, I just thought like maybe she went to Karayan at some point. I don't know. But that seems like such a far-fetched stretch of a story because she was supposed to be in Troop Grammari. I don't quite know what to think of that. But I was like, oh, what if his dad is Karayan and mom is Lamar? But that would imply that Lamar and this random Karayan guy had to fuck at some point. I'm like, who the fuck could that be? And then trying to tie that into Nayuta. Basically, I think my brain is a mess. That's the current train of thought there. She's Mrs. International in that theory, yeah. She's a Virginian, but she's in Troop Grammari, but she's also sleeping with some dude in Karayan to make Apollo happen. Next, we're gonna find out that Apollo's dad is actually the bitch-ass Minister of Justice or something. Rafa's dad. And then we're gonna find out that they're related. And then, just kidding, I don't think that's his dad, but I think that some Karayan tie there. And I would have not thought of that theory if it wasn't for Nayuta existing. That's a really weird thing to just, like, come up out of nowhere. Like, this random Karayan guy has, like, some background with Apollo, and you're like, why? So that's why I'm led to believe that it's tied to family. Somehow. She's fucking around, like, literally. Lamoir's fucking around. I mean... Next thing we're gonna know, Nayuta is also a half-brother. Oh, Jesus. Who knows? Bobby Fulbright is Apollo's dad. Oh my god. And Nayuta, yeah, Nayuta would then be Trucy's quarter sibling. I don't know, like, this is... Anyway, that's all I got on that tie right now. We'll see if anything comes up today. I doubt it because it'll be very focused on the trial, not so much the relationship between Apollo and Nayuta, but yeah. All of this speculation relies on Apollo being relevant, which is a tough bet. Bro. Bro. Oh, ouch. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Apollo. They wrote you like this. Apollo crying in the toilet? He's not crying in the toilet, he's cleaning the toilet. But, man.
Noel Garibay tipped $5. You will need another Korean American voice actor for the trial. Quick, get Pros Eddie on the line.
You say that so casually. Yeah, let me just call up ProZD real quick and get him on the stream like we're BFFs. Like, hey, oh, can you come on? The level of casual. Yeah, let me just pull some strings here and get ProZD on the stream. Oh. I am actually really looking forward to seeing Ace Attorney memes. Really looking forward to that. You probably could. We're not even mutuals. ProZD doesn't even know I exist, nor know who I am. If he knew who I was, I would be genuinely surprised, but I am damn sure he does not. Like, he doesn't even know me. I'm just a little guy on the internet, man. Believe in yourself and friendship or something. Let me just like hop on Twitter and tag ProZD right now. Hey, do you want to come on to my stream right now to help me voice Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice? And then he'll never respond. He'll be like, who the fuck is this girl? I am not doing that. I am not. I am not gonna humiliate myself like this, chat. You manifested Ace Attorney Investigations remaster through sheer hype for Miles. I cannot take credit. I'm just in the right place at the right time. I just started playing Ace Attorney again at the right time. I just got insanely lucky, man. Come on, you dance in public without batting an eye. Tagging someone on Twitter is easy mode. The level of humiliation when he doesn't respond and he's like, who the fuck are you? He would need to be paid? Didn't ProZD do all of that like work on the what did he voice, like a fan dub of Ace Attorney or something? I never actually looked into it, but didn't he? I would assume it's a fan dub. You don't really get paid for that. Unless they did, that'd be crazy. Oh, the fan translation. Oh, okay, okay. He did fan dubs? Yeah, I thought that's why ProZD was so big in the Ace Attorney community, is because he did the fan dubs. I don't know what he did. I know nothing about that outside than I thought that he did fan dubs. So anyway, yeah, I'm a pussy ass bitch. I'm not gonna tag him. Oh my god. A lot of professional VAs started out doing silly fan dubs. You have to. That's like one of, it's not like the only way to start getting into voice acting, but there is no school for voice acting in the West. So like a lot of voice actors starting up, you just had to do a bunch of fan dubs. That's how you get good at your craft. You just keep doing it. Because there's no official training for voice acting over here, like there is in Japan. That's what a lot of them had to do. I think we have them now, but back then, like a decade ago, these kinds of schools, like these kinds of programs didn't really exist.
Pikes Peak Audio tipped $5. But what if we bribed you to tag ProZD? JK.
At least he said JK. Thank you for the $5 super chat. There probably is schools that focus in voice acting now, but back then they were not a thing. Like a lot of like the current generation of voice actors that got it, well, not current, last gen. Like your Matt Mercers, even ProZD, like they all started just doing fun shit. You like my Athena voice? Why, thank you. That's very nice of you. But yeah, it just these voice acting like type schools and classes just don't, they did not exist a decade ago whenever a lot of these current voice actors got their jobs originally. A lot of them are just like, if you ask them, they're like, I fucked around and I found out. You like my Pearl voice? Aw. It's hard to do older Pearl, though. I still think of her as like a little baby, so my voice for her in the adult years is probably not as good. The voices have improved dramatically from AA4 to now. Aww. I'm glad to hear that. I'm trying. I don't like... I put some effort into it. I probably could go a lot harder. I'm a little bit shy. You like my viola voice? Oh boy. Ah, that was a good meme. Although, if you actually did like my viola voice, that's funny. You like my Trucy? Oh. Well, that's cute. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the little voices I do. The viola voices. Don't worry, I don't think she's coming back, so we're good. ASMR viola voice. We were popping off over the Bonnie and Betty voices in our chat. What is this secret chat? I'm like scared at this, whatever this secret chat is. There's like a secret chat club that I'm not a part of that I'm like scared about what goes on in there. Because I hear about it all the time. You guys reference it all the time. And I'm just sitting here, like, actually scared. I'm like, oh my god, they're talking shit behind my back. I'm, like, terrified. I always assume that it's, like, malintentions. I'm like, my brain is so fucked. I always think people are out to get me. That's such a personal problem. I can multitask and know who is speaking without looking. Ah, that's good. That's good, that's good. You can't be, it's our Ace Attorney spoilers chat. Oh, there's an Ace Attorney spoilers chat? Like in my Discord and I didn't, oh. Are you guys just talking in like the public Ace Attorney thread? And just you know that I'm never gonna look there? Is that what's going on? What the hell? But anyway, I'm glad you like the Bonnie and Betty voices. No, it's separate. There's a separate chat. Oh my god. Oh my god, now I'm scared. I'm gonna go play games. We're gonna go play video games. I feel like there's like some sort of secret conspiracy or something. I'm scared. Aw, but it does mean a lot that you guys like the little voices that I do. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm no Greg Chun, but I will say it is very nice having voice actors come on the stream because like it pushes me. Whenever Greg is like this, you know, the second time that he's on the stream, like both times that he was on, I felt like because he performed so well, like it pushed me to really push myself more. And I kind of loved that energy. Like I was just vying off of Greg's energy and then like trying to do more to like match him. It was a nice little push. Makes me want to hang out with them more because I feel like I'll improve a lot faster if you're like, you know, always with a bunch of professionals. You really learn faster. Greg has an amazing voice. It's the 5 of us losing our minds over Ace Attorney. Oh my god. Okay. Is the Discord nice? I'm not sure if I want to join it. I think it's nice. The mods are on it, you know. The mods are always present in the Discord, so if you ever have an issue, you just kind of bring it up to them. But I think the Discord seems pretty fine. I was locked in like crazy when Greg was here. Yeah, I did. It's so easy to get invested, more invested whenever you have like a good storyteller there with you. It's very inspiring. It's very, very inspiring. Now, alas, because Greg was here, I also didn't read chat nearly as much as I normally do, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it nonetheless. I got really zoned in. You tagged ProZD on Twitter for me? No, it's... Oh my god. Oh, okay. Video games. God damn it. God damn it. I'm too shy for this shit. I'm too shy for this shit. Anyway, trial time! Trial time! Oh, 9:40 a.m. Did you guys know about this amazing Ambi plushie that you can get now and it's only available for the next 19 days before it goes away forever? Crazy. Anyway, May 11th, 9:40 a.m. I wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday, but if I can figure out Lady Kira's motive for threatening the High Priest, then maybe... Video games! Nick, today, well, don't look so down, Maya. I'm gonna defend you with everything I've got. You would do well to cease this insanity while you still can. As I said yesterday, I'm going to defend my client in court. Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you too will be found guilty of abetting the accused. Thanks for the constant reminder. I never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found. The truth, you say? Then it seems you have chosen your fate. This shall be your very last trial. Sure. Nick, I'm going to prove you innocent, Maya. You'll see. After all, you have to introduce the plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm, to the folks back home, right? To Edgeworth, specifically. You want to show this new Steel Samurai Korean version to Miles Edgeworth and you guys can geek out together. How much, like, in my headcanon, they definitely geek out together. Like, if Maya and Miles Edgeworth, I don't feel like are the type of personalities that get along. But you know what? They definitely bond over the Steel Samurai. That's gotta be canon. I I may be a defendant this time. But I'll be by your side like always, Nick. Thanks, Maya. This place is tough on lawyers. I'll need all the help I can get. Plus, it's always good to have you on the team. Well, it's time. Let's go. 3D! Nayuta's there. Oh boy. All rise! Let the trial of Maya Fey begin. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. I cannot believe he flew over for this. Huh? Quiet! Can't you see Prosecutor Sanmati is absorbed in silent prayer? Great! The trial's barely started and the judge is already mad at me. He's very devout for a prosecutor. Why is the accused standing over there? Oh, well... Your Majesty, in addition to being the accused, she is also my assistant. The accused is your assistant, you say? Very well, then. A criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer with a defiled soul. Wow. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, well, bad-mouthing lawyers seems to be a custom of sorts here in Karayan. I must say, I am surprised to see you still here in Karayan, Mr. Wright. And even more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk your life in yet another trial. The answer is simple, Your Majesty. I'm a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. Although, to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. I was gonna say, bitch, are you gonna say anything? Such foolishness. Prosecutor Sanmati, are you ready to begin now? Yes, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. But first, I promise you both this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell. Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation. Splendid! I would expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Sanmati. Please save the victim's soul, Prosecutor Sanmati! Punish the wicked lawyer who dares to stop these last rites! I think I'll pass on the whole fire and brimstone deal. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance, considering what Apollo's told me about you. Oh, Apollo, what did he say? So, it was you who instilled that putrid lawyerly guile within him. Putrid? What? He too must soon face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption. But I shall send you on ahead, so that he will not be lonely when he arrives. Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up. Nervous, Maya? A little. Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court. Too bad I'm the defendant. Don't worry, we haven't lost a case together yet. You're right. Let's give this everything we've got, Nick. Now then, Prosecutor Sanmati, would you please explain the case at hand? Of course, Your Majesty. Let us begin the last rites of the victim. Maya Fey has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was High Priest Tarustin. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain. And the cause of death? Let us review the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photo, shall we? The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the abdomen. Seriously though, why is there so much blood? Did more than one person die in this case? Like, I'm about to, like, I'm thinking that we have yet to discover yet another dead body because, like, that is so much blood on the statue. You know what I mean? The murder weapon was likely the Warbad dagger, which was used in the raid. However, the weapon has yet to be found, though the scene was thoroughly searched. A sacred relic used as a tool for murder? Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe! The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. The accused had donned Lady Kira's sacred robes, and the victim was there to offer prayers as a high priest of Koreanism. During the rite, the victim and accused were the only two in the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim is Maya Fey. I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused. Indeed. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case. We have so much evidence. This is intimidating. In Koreanism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful. As such, Maya Fey's soul shall be plunged into the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling. There she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years. It's the caps! That is a terrible fate indeed. Would the defense care to respond? And here I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain. I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like it. As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution. But more importantly, she has no motive to kill the high priest in the first place. What? I thought you might say that. Nevertheless. The meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the Hall of Justice. For all will be made clear by Her Benevolence Rafa Padma Karayan's insights. So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see. Oh God. I'm actually really nervous about the insight stuff because I had a lot of problems in the first trial. It took me a while to get my head thinking in a different gear. Thinking in a different mindset? Yeah, there we go. Here we go again. Bailiff, please show in the royal priestess. Oh. I don't know if I got this. I'm not as confident. It's Princess Rafa! Oh, how beautiful Her Benevolence looks again today! Glory to the Holy Mother for this blessed day! In 3D! As popular as ever, I see. Rest assured, good people of Karayan, I will defeat this murderer and her abettor. They shall not escape on their freedom expressed today. Wow. What a joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Dihara Karayan. She sure looks pleased with herself, especially for someone who didn't know what a Freedom Express was until yesterday. Is there something stuck to my face, barbed head? No, nothing, Your Benevolence. Now then, Your Benevolence, the divination seance, if you please. Very well. Nana, my robe. Nana is the main villain of the game. How does she fucking teleport like that? She could have done the murder. With those kind of moves, you could have literally done this murder.
Mother, We hold this divination séance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
Oh boy, voicing.
O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Voice. Do we have to watch the whole thing again? Actually, you know what? We should watch the whole thing again. They worked hard on this animation in 3D. So yeah, I'm sure the devs want to show it off again. We're not skipping. We respect the 3D work. And plus, if I'm doing this dance in the future, I need to study right now. We're studying. This is actually so pretty, though. Do y'all think the dance is actually completely necessary to have the pool do the magical thing? Like, what if she was like a really bad dancer? Yes? It is apparently necessary. Ghosts love dancing. Well, I guess I gotta get on that, huh? The pool requires dance skills to activate. Did he just bow to, like, someone that wasn't there? It looked like he bowed to Maya, but then he also, like, looked... What? What? Oh my god, that is so creepy! Oh, shit! Oh, shut up! Oh my god, that is so creepy! Oh, god! I feel like that is so fitting for the month of October. Like, that was actually terrifying. Happy Halloween, everybody. What the fuck? I did not like that. The victim's Mitama has spoken. The divination seance is complete. Great! Another clearly incriminating seance vision. It could not be any clearer, O foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira and then attacked the victim. Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light. The scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One can almost sense the horror Abbot in me must have felt. Where does the butterfly come from? I want to know. The facts as presented by her benevolence are indisputable. But that wasn't me! Do something, Nick! I'm working on it! That couldn't have been any clearer. It looks like I'm in for another uphill battle. The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite. Come to think of it, the rite's guide explains the multi-part purification rite in detail. The transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira, the rite of water. Lady Kira enters the spring, and the high priest purifies her along with her dagger. The rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Well, Barbed Head, would you care to object? Yeah, of course! Because I know my client is innocent! So you say. You truly do not know when you are beaten, do you? I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again. You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insights yet again? It would seem lawyers are Palkunin creatures indeed. Look at that Palkunin! Palkunin! Okay. What exactly is a Palkunin? Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak. I love Maya. They call me anything. They can call me anything they want. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth. So, Barbed Head, are you foolish enough to risk your life for the so-called truth? Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave. Well, guess I'm digging my grave now. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world. That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments. Oh boy, there's so much wrong. Okay, okay. Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head-on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer. Yes, it is plain for all to see. No, it wasn't me! A sudden drowsiness came over me but during the transformation rite. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. You waste our time with such meaningless sentiments, accused. You cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine insight. Ugh. How did you end up finding contradictions last time? Well, I didn't. The deceased's final moments include all 5 senses. You mean those words that appeared in the pool of souls? It looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim. Yeah, that's how it looked like to me, too. The music is quiet? I haven't touched the audio levels. I boosted it a little bit. I just gave it a little bit of a boost. The sensations themselves are never wrong, only their interpretations. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rafa's insights the last time. So, there could be contradictions between what Abbott and me felt and her insights, huh? You got it, and I'm gonna find them this time too. Should I check how to point out contradictions in Rafa's insights? I'm okay, I think. Nah, I remember how it works. Still, the sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial. In which case, I'd better keep an eye on changes in their intensity too. Okay, time to point out the sensations that contradict the insights. So this is the first time that he hears... Or, not hears, but like he senses anything. So the first thing he senses is wind. That is really weird. Ugh, that's... Okay, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Okay. Diane's comment in your head, she was saying the music seemed appropriate for Halloween. Oh! Did I just completely misread something? I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. Yes. At the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. So, transformation rite ended. He lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused footsteps, approaching footsteps, and smelled her incense-laden robes. But the first thing he sensed was wind, though, not... It was then that the victim felt intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world. I'm sorry, we have to keep watching this. Okay, this is really weird. The footsteps don't get louder? Wouldn't the footsteps also... Wait. This is already... Okay, never mind. I get so weirded out by the weirdest things. Like, the footsteps thing is like... This is so weird. I thought that they had, like, the senses, color-coded. It seems like green refers to, like, things you feel, touch, the sense of touch. But, like, footsteps you would hear. You wouldn't, feel them. I don't think the color coding... I don't think I should pay attention to the color coding. Okay, oh god, this is so creepy. Okay, I don't even want to watch. Okay, select? I hate this. What is this emote? Oh, the stare emote is now Halloweenified. Oh, that's cute. That's really, really cute. Okay, so... Maybe he tasted the wind. No, I'm just saying, like, I thought that they were color-coded, but you feel wind. Like, wind is a touch sensor, and then footsteps you would hear, not feel. So, yeah, I guess they're not color-coded like I thought they were. Ah! I'm so sorry you have to keep staring at this. Select... the sound? I just don't know if I'm on the right statement. He heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. I don't think this is right.
Objection!
The victim supposedly heard the accused approaching footsteps. Oh, it was right. What the fuck? But did he really? What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear? No, it's not, because there is something strange about those footsteps. Strange. Explain yourself, barbed head. The footsteps are strange because they don't get louder. They're not getting any louder. And why exactly does that matter? Please focus your attention on the incense the victim smelled. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. If the accused really had approached the victim, the sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger. This really feels like we're grasping at straws. Oh, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, Your Benevolence? Well, there must be a reason.
Objection.
Oh boy. It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn. What does that even mean? He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure. Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your Benevolence. Perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's mitama. Listen more carefully? What's he talking about? Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation. Refine the sensation! I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with a mitama. I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before? By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered. O blessed mitama, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call. Updated insight report. Get out of here. Bells makes less sense. Huh? But the only bells at the scene of the crime were on the victim. That jingling must have come from Abbot Inmi's bells. You mean those big things he had on his ankles? Well, there you have it. The sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps. Then that means... If the footsteps belonged to the victim himself, it means that it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from what her benevolence's insight would have us believe. Okay, this just got weird. Why would the victim have approached the accused? Maybe he was trying to defend himself. Please explain. He could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked. Still your voices! This is nothing but a theory, and a poor one at that. Be not led astray by this lawyer's obvious postulation.
Objection.
While his insolence is inexcusable, I would ask that you calm yourself, Your Benevolence. Ooh! Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Sadmati? Even if it was Abbot Inmi who moved, it does not negate the accused's crime. What do you mean? The accused was likely waiting for the high priest to approach. And as he neared, she plunged the dagger into him. It is as simple as that. Oh, right. It really doesn't change much, does it? Yes, it is as the prosecutor has said. In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well. Right, and that's why you were so shocked when you first heard it. Understand now, lawyer. This contradiction you conjured up has come to naught. Once I hone my insights, it will vanish like the dying rays of the sun. Updated insight report. See, the fact that it was Abbott and me who moved changes nothing. Come on, Phoenix, you gotta keep your cool. That contradiction I pointed out must mean something. That one sensation changed after Princess Rafa refined her vision. It stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of the refinement. I should focus on any sensations that have changed, while searching for more contradictions between them in her insights. Huh? Wasn't there wind? Oh no, wind happened here. Water? This is so weird. What the fuck is happening? So... it really does not look like he is moving. Why would, like, this is such an unnatural thing. Why would your arms be up like this, like you're defending? Like, normally if you are defending, you are, like, pulling back, not walking toward. It's just so weird to envision this kind of motion, but like you're moving toward a person pointing a dagger at you. But, I don't understand the water. It would mean that he stepped backward, not forward. He stepped backward into the water. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. So, he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. Okay, I think it has to be this because, yeah. So the sound of the sound of the water. The sound of the water, but like, so he didn't step in it? Like, he would have felt it too.
Objection!
Let's see. What are we thinking? Ban that guy. Hold it! How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it was supposed to be? That's easy. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbott and me would have adhered to them. Well, that's strange. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain just what is so strange? Yes, I would ask you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. The sound of bells changes to the sound of water at one point. What's this? It's simple. The victim must have stepped in some water. Oh. Yes, and the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. And therein lies the contradiction. What contradiction? I believe the rite started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But we now know that the victim then moved into the spring. Pokunka, that is absurd! This means that the accused's location differs from what her benevolence's insight indicates. Then where do you propose the accused stood once she donned Lady Kira's robes? What? Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya... Wait, Maya? I thought we were talking about the victim. Maya. Are you talking about she was in the spring? Wait, I thought we were talking about the victim. Wait, what are we talking about? When did the conversation flip like this? The victim stood with his back to the spring and the accused stood right in front of him. But now we know that the victim then moved into the spring. This means that the accused's location differs from what her benevolence's insights indicates. Not when you say it that way, Your Majesty. Keep making sloppy statements like that, Mr. Wright, and I'll have your tongue. I just had a bit of whiplash because I thought that they were honing in on the victim this whole time, and then they just flipped it at the last second to say the accused in that last line, and I just wasn't expecting that flip. That caught me off guard. So now I have to think. Okay. Yeah, the victim, he steps back into some water. What does Maya have to do with that? Where do you propose the accused? Wait, so this means that the accused's location differs from what her benevolence's insight indicates. She couldn't also have been in the water. Wait, this tripped me up way more than it should have. Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya was standing here. Like back here? Huh? I'm legit so confused. Like where she was originally standing, like this isn't the same person.
Take that!
Y'all, I'm so confused. Maya was the victim? No. Did I get it wrong before? As in like it should be at the foot of the spring? I kind of like went over here. But no, that's the victim. Like the trust in me. So he got defensive and stepped back. Which makes sense. I am so sorry. I am so confused. Anything but the chop chop. I was thinking by the broken lantern, but... So the robe was left over here. Should I say in front? No. No, this doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused. Theo, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. I appreciate it. 5 months? Polly told me about you this morning. I didn't realize you were subbed that long. What the fuck? Thank you so much. Evola, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate that. This feels like my math homework. This feels like I think my brain just could not handle that jump in... like, are you talking about here?
Take that!
Okay. I just had the wrong place on the spring. Until this moment, we've all just assumed that Abbott, Indy, and Miss Faye were standing where they were supposed to be, as shown in this rights guide. In short, and James Panda with the Prime sub as well. What's up with all the Prime subs? Thank you guys, I appreciate it. The victim should have been standing with his back to the spring and the accused in front. However, if that is how they were really standing, he couldn't have stepped into the spring as he approached her. The problem is, the victim did step into the spring. This can only mean that Miss Faye had actually been standing in the water. But if this is true, then their positions would have been completely reversed. Okay. I'm so confused. Shows where Maya and the okay. This threw me for a loop, and this just started. What is going on here, Miss Faye? Were you really standing in the spring? I'm sorry, but I barely remember anything about the rite. What on earth? Is that even possible? But be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights. It doesn't. Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what? So what? This completely reverses their positions is what? That their positions differed from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change? It certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime. I guess you have a point there. You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster. Ugh. Sounds like Princess Rafa has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about. Oh, Maya, where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? Is this contradiction really meaningless? It never is. But something really doesn't feel right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the poolside lantern. What? Huh? Now the contradiction is no more. But the truth of the matter still stands, no matter how stubbornly you deny it. What do you have to say for yourself now, Miss Wright? Mr. Wright? Nick! Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection. But Her Benevolence's insights have no further inadequacies of any kind. Yes, so it would seem. Wait a second, but there is another contradiction! Still you flounder about, wretched beast. Though you rack that putrid brain of yours, nothing worthwhile will come of it. But Maya, please tell me that you remember something that might help us out here. Sorry, I really don't remember a thing. But now that the place I was standing in has changed, who knows? That alone may cause a new discrepancy with Princess Rafa's insights. We now know that Maya was standing in the spring. A major change like that could very well produce a contradiction. Should I take another look at the inner sanctum diagram in the court record and confirm where Maya and Abbott and me were standing? And then focus on finding any discrepancies between their positions and the insights. Oh my god. I'm not gonna do good here. Okay. But that would mean the wind came from the wrong broken lantern in this case. If we're flipping it around and we're looking at the spring now, that lantern is supposed to be broken. If you were looking at it from this direction, but now if we're flipped, this is a little bit weird. What is going on? There's nothing in that corner. Where does this wind come from? Oh, this is so creepy. Stop.
Objection!
Please be right. Fuck! I was just really crossing my fingers and hoping. I wasn't sure. Penalty, now die! Let me really read again. So, like, if we're in a changed perspective now, he's, like, looking at the left and right lanterns. Okay, so we have these statements. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra suddenly. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the springside lantern. This would have to be wrong. Because we're no longer on the spring side. No, oh, never mind. In my brain, it doesn't make sense to me that he's running forward. He's running backwards in my brain, because I'm like, that makes no fucking sense to run forward. But technically this statement is right, even if I don't believe it. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the springside lantern. So yes, okay. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world. Ooh, boy. And then the court record we have, let's... The priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. The ceremony ends with a rite of fire in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. Ugh. The wind is really tripping me up, man. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the springside lantern. So in this case, this is something super petty though to point out. Wouldn't you no longer hear water if she stepped out of the spring? Like if... Oh wait, no. Oh my god, I'm still thinking the other way around. God damn it. No, he's going toward her. Ugh. Ugh. Wait, wouldn't that also be it? If he keeps on moving toward the victim... Wouldn't he still hear the bells? His own bells? Wait. Why does it switch to water? Could I be onto something there? Like, Bells immediately gets replaced by water. But, like, if he keeps on walking toward the victim in this moment, he should still hear his own bells. Like, it shouldn't be, like, omitted at that point. I don't know if that's a thing I should pay attention to or not. There's no contradiction, though, in the statements with that line of thinking. Bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. If I go, like, all the way back to the beginning here, there's literally nothing to go on. Like, even if I try to present something, it's like... you're just presenting the general sight. Wouldn't you see the statue behind Maya? Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Also, it kind of just only now occurred to me that it's really weird that the first thing he looked at was this lantern for some reason. Well, I guess because he heard wind. Like, if you're reading something and you put it down, wouldn't you look at the thing in front of you, but he immediately, like, look this way? You rush the accused. Oh, the wind is tripping me. You rush the accused and try to fight her off by the springside lantern. It was then that the victim felt intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. This makes no sense! Oh, we have to watch this again. So creepy. Oh, I hate it. I believe this is... You no longer hear water? So he still keeps on smelling the thing. Okay, so smell is not something to pay attention to, essentially. Ugh. Okay, I gotta do something here. So, I'm gonna mistakenly go for the water because it's still sus. But I know it's the wrong answer. God damn it.
Objection!
It's not it. Time to die. The game will give me a consult and see if that gives me the nudge I need in the right direction. This trial need not be drawn out longer. I was doing so good at the beginning of this and then it all went downhill, man. Guilty as fuck! Rip Maya. She did. Oh. Oh, Phoenix is also dead as fuck, yeah. Maya and Phoenix. Okay, consult. Let's see what they say. You look like you're having a tough time, Nick. Yeah, this is pretty hard. Yeah, because I can't find any contradictions. I mean, the sensations and the vision all seem perfectly fine to me. In that case, why don't you read the insights while focusing on what the victim saw? Didn't I just do that? His sense of sight. Time to go over those insights again. Oh, it is just as basic as that? So it actually could be anything. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't think it would be like that. Like if you, cause like you can technically select anything here. Like you don't have to select like the insight or the bells per se. Like I don't need to select them. I can just generally select the sight that he's seeing. Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to go back. So, okay. So the victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. Okay, cool. At the first part, the transformation rite. As the first part ended, he lowered the sutra. So let me educate myself. Transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while the priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. Yes. Okay. Okay. So as the first part ended, he lowered the sutra. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the spring side. Okay, so I think it actually might be back a bit. Now that they got me thinking about the general sight of what's being said. Can I just do the general sight here? Is this fucking...
Objection!
Okay. I feel like that's a closer answer than I've gotten to before for some reason. Okay, let's try it again. Could it be... the fact that he didn't? Okay, this is kind of a long shot.
Objection!
God damn it, the music didn't go away. Oh. Chat, let's play a game of hot or cold. Am I getting hotter? I feel like this line of thinking feels more correct than what I was thinking before. Or am I like so far off? Because I feel like I should be going for a sight sensation. So... maybe never mind. Okay. YouTube is saying cold, Twitch is saying clueless, or saying hot. That sounds very typical. I'm just kind of going off of the fact that there's like a good 5 seconds here. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra, and then suddenly he rushed the accused, trying to fight her off by the springside lantern. So, like, he didn't rush the accused right away. Like, look how long he's just staring here. Like, he stared at the fucking wind for so long, and, like, that lantern for so long. Like, this was not sudden. He's just, he, like, looked, you know. Okay, you know what? We can play a game of hot cold chat. Okay, in terms of, we're specifically playing the game of hot cold in terms of the video. Don't think about the presentation. In terms of catching the moment in the insight. Like, I think it's related to this. Am I hot or cold? Okay, so this probably is it. This is my biggest inkling that I feel like it has something to do with this. Now I just need to find the insight that I'm supposed to point out. Or, yeah. I'm cooking? Okay, I'm cooking. You are clavier. Guitar's on fire. Okay. I just don't know if I'm supposed to point out the wind or not, or if I'm just supposed to point out the general sight. So the sound is the wind. I think it more so has to be this statement again. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the springside lantern. Maybe just like this general sight? Because it's not the springside lantern? I don't think that's it though, for some reason. I just don't feel like I'm supposed to be pointing out the wind too.
Objection!
There's no other statement. It can't be this because this is afterward. Maybe it actually is this one?
Objection!
Fuck! That means it has to be the wind. I don't understand. I'm getting there, hold on. Like, I think it has to be either these two statements, the second or the third. I don't see any others making sense because it goes out of order. I need like a statement that goes between statement 2 and statement 3. I need like a statement 2.5.
Objection!
We're dead. We're dead, folks. We're dead. We're dead again. Ugh. But like, y'all said I'm hot. So like it has to be there. Maybe I'm not like on fire yet. Maybe I need to like let the video play a little longer. Maybe we need to let it play a little bit longer. You are? And like, I feel like this is cold. If I let it play too long, I feel like this is not it. Yeah, it has to be the So the video is hot. Like this has gotta be it. And then the insight. Oh, now chat's saying wait. Chat's saying that it's wildly wrong. Oh boy. Now we have the discrepancy between Twitch and YouTube again. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. Maybe I stop reading chat. Okay. It's one of those times. All right. Okay, so as the first part, the transformation rite ended. As the first part ended, he lowered the sutra. Now, to remind myself on that first part, the high priest reads a scripture while the priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's pretty much what's going on here. So the robes are being put on. Oh my god. What is this, segue? Chat, you know what else is hot? The Ambi plushies, hot out of production. Okay, that was pretty bad. She's still Maya. And then as soon as he lowers it, it's Lady Kira. Yeah. Get the Ambi plushie now. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Just a yes or no. Is this the statement that I am supposed to be on? The second one? 2 out of 5? I think this is... No? So that means it's the third one? It's gotta be either 2 or 3. Still no? Third one, yes. Oh my god, I was like, yeah, it has to be. Okay, thank you. I was like, there ain't no fucking way it's not 3. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. How is that? How there is literally no other thing happening. This doesn't make it. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Did I not do that before? Was I on the wrong statement? I could have sworn I did that before. Holy shit. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god, I thought I did that one a while ago. Holy shit. Okay. I found a new contradiction! You did. No doubt it is but another of your vile attempts to slander my insights. Nope, take a good look at what the victim saw. Just might change your mind. The lantern flame behind the accused was flickering. There is nothing unusual about that, especially as the wind had stirred. No, that's where you're wrong. If the accused had been standing in the spring, then what you see here should be one of the lanterns flanking the statue. Oh, I failed to see your point. My point is, something is wrong. The 2 lanterns flanking the statue were both outfitted with glass wind guards. So, neither lantern's flame should have been flickering in the wind in the first place. She seems pretty tickled, Nick. I don't remember saying anything funny. I failed to see what you wish to prove here, but... Very well. I shall refine the vision and reveal the truth for all to see. O blessed Mitama, I beseech you, fix your sight upon the lantern there. What the fuck? Huh? And rightly so. For the wind guard was removed to reveal the sacred flame within for the rite of fire. Therefore, there is nothing odd about the flame flickering. Say what? But when we searched the crime scene, those lanterns had their wind guards on. That's because the police put them back on. The sacred flames have burned uninterrupted for hundreds of years, Defense. We could not risk them being extinguished even during an investigation. That would never fly back home! Tampering with a crime scene. Well, Barbed Head, are you done quibbling? If so, it is time to bow down before this testimony of the Mitama. Nick! Don't worry, Maya, I'm just getting started. Alright, let's go over everything we know so far. Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robes and standing in the spring. The High Priest is thought to have been moving toward her. So, I should look for sensations that stand in contradiction to this arrangement. I won't give up. I'm gonna find a contradiction that will undermine the accusation against Maya. I have to do it again? But now I have 20/20 vision. It's literally broken right there. What are you smoking? He turned around. He turned around? It was behind him. Oh my god.
Objection!
How is that not right? Oh my god, what am I supposed to... what am I supposed to be saying here? It's inconsistent! Shut the fuck up! He turned around! What the fuck? Why would you do a 360, bro? Why are you doing a 360? Am I like tripping? Like that's the fucking broken or 180, yes, I meant 180. Get out of here, chat. You didn't hear that. 180, he did a 180. Fucking hell. Okay, that is definitely not a broken lantern. So I have to be on the right statement? How do I... You fuck... He rushed the accused, trying to fight her off by the springside lantern. This is not the springside. No, wait. Yes, no, yes. This is the springside. The other side is not the spring... How am I supposed to say what this contradiction is? Oh my god. Okay, I was on the first statement before, so it is not the first statement. He rushed the accused, trying to fight her off by the springside lantern. It's not the springside. This is the... Wait. No, oh, fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I know what I want to say. I just don't know how to say it in the game. I'm going... How do I say it? How do I say it? He turned around. Why? Why did you do that? Okay, so that means fuck. My brain is so tired from this.
Objection!
Okay, I got it. Fucking hell. Okay, what could this possibly be? Okay. That lantern clearly contradicts the insight. Oh. Will overturn the entire case I've been building. Are you all right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm not. 1 minute you shout out and the next you fall silent. Ah. Perhaps it is like the bellow of one who is barreling down a hill with no way of stopping. Is that not right, Prosecutor Sadmati? Don't get cold feet now, Phoenix. Even if this overturns the entire case you've built so far, the only way is to keep moving forward, because that's where we'll find the truth. Sorry, but I'm not barreling down a hill. In fact, I'm in full control of everything with the indisputable contradiction I found. Is that so? The lantern behind the accused clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight. One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum was broken, and if you watch what Abbott Inme saw in his final moments, you will notice that the lantern behind the praying form of Miss Faye is broken. Woo! The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. In short, we are seeing 2 different lanterns in this seance vision. How could this be? And even if it were so, how would that contradict my insights. Let me start by saying the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I've built thus far. Will the defense please explain himself? Based on the broken lantern, we can tell Maya and Abedinmi's positions, where the accused and the victim were standing. But did you not just finish asserting that the accused was standing somewhere else? I did, but I built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, it has led us here, to the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing, in the correct spot. I must say, if the defense keeps changing its assertions in such a capricious manner, its credibility may come into question. I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time. I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused was standing. Very well. Show us where you now believe the accused was actually standing. Okay. If she was standing in the correct spot, Your Honor.
Take that!
I wasn't thinking straight before, but now it's all falling into place. We know the victim had stepped into the spring. That means Maya Fey had to have been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory, which has only now become clear, reveals that Miss Fey was standing by the side of the broken lantern. In other words, she was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom. Does that not bring us back to the very beginning? No, this is where things take a different turn. And I mean that literally. The victim had to have been moving toward the spring. That means that while he was moving, he had his back turned toward the accused. Do you mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the séance vision. Actually, it does appear. It's just that no one noticed until now. No one noticed? How could no one have noticed something so big? There was a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all we could see. Thanks to that, none of us could tell that he was in fact turning around in that moment.
Objection!
If it is as the defense asserts, then her benevolence and insights no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain that? I don't need to explain anything, because it's just as you said, Prosecutor Sadmati. Her benevolence's insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error. Such insolence. A huge error, you say? Do explain. The huge error is the order of the rites, the crime scene, the number of people there. I believe this is what happened at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading a sutra when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. Wishing to see who it was, he approached the robed figure. That's when he was stabbed. This cannot be. Oh, but it can, and it is. The insight stating the accused stabbed the victim is wrong, and that is the real truth lying behind this testimony of the dead. Woo! Why does the judge sound like Big Michael Mouse? A Big Mickey Mouse, you mean? Because I said so. Are you suggesting that there was somebody else at the scene of the crime? Have I misunderstood the voice of the Mitama yet again? This cannot be. I can't believe I was wrong. Oh no, woe it is to be a human. Phew, that was a close one. But I managed to divine the true meaning behind the seance's vision somehow. I should add these new facts to the court record. Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here. I will overturn the brash accusations of this faithless, putrid-minded lawyer. Yes, I shall place my trust in you. Yee. Are you sure about this, Prosecutor Sadmati? My work as an international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world. And in that time, I have learned to perform the last rites for souls in trials lacking a séance. Yes, of course. Forgive my ludicrous inquiry. Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. I will show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen. He really does think highly of Emma and her forensic expertise. I'm impressed that he's come to understand their value. Then again, he is an international prosecutor who solved through tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down, huh? Now then, let us continue with today's proceedings. Could the defense please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was? Your new claim has negated the insights of the royal priestess, so I trust you have some evidence to support it, correct? Yes, of course. This third party must have really wanted to kill the High Priest. I might be able to identify who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent. Well, we're waiting, Mr. Wright. The evidence that can reveal the identity of the third party, I don't think it, well, this? The Deviant Dragons? Like, we have this, and then we also, I was thinking of the letter, the threat. It doesn't tell us who it is, though. It has to be one of those two. It has to be either the bloodstained letter. I'm gonna go with the warning. That was my instinct. 3 days before the purification rite, the victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual. He did? Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the High Priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite, but the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the High Priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent that letter? A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. Oh, in 3D! We don't know who that is. Peace! I don't understand. I had heard that Lady Kira that had been... the Lady Kira that has been in the news of late only hunted rebels. If so, why would she have killed the High Priest? Excellent question. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. What if the High Priest had secretly been a rebel? The High Priest? He couldn't possibly have been a rebel! Yeah, this is what we insinuated from the last, the investigation. A devout follower of Koreanism, a rebel? Do you even comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak? Well, do you? I too found it hard to believe at first, but as I continued my investigation, it started becoming more and more plausible. The third party was the rebel hunting Lady Kira, and the High Priest was a rebel. Your mockery of Koreanism, no. Of the kingdom of Korean itself knows no bounds. Whoops. That shameless Palkunka lawyer, he is making a mockery of our religion. Kill him in 3D! As a faithful Koreanist, I take issue with these claims. And I am loath to admit them in today's proceedings. I don't like where this is going! The defense's claims are but vile blasphemy tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother. Is it really that big of a deal, Maya? Abbot Enemy was a distinguished monk and very well respected too, so yeah. Please don't let this turn into an international incident. But fear not, good people of Karayan. The rantings of this putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to sully the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. The prosecution's assertion that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged. The victim was stabbed in his abdomen. How is that possible when he had his back turned toward Miss Faye? Someone else must have killed him! Are you sure about that? You may have invalidated the séance, but do not let it go to your putrid head. The karmic flow of this trial is as yet still in my hands. How can he be so confident? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy, and I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. An eyewitness who will deliver a definitive answer to that will dispel the defense's doubts. An eyewitness? Bitch, no one was there. An eyewitness? Very well, let us call this eyewitness to the stand. Oh no. It's this random guy that I suspect to be him. It's him again. Well now, he has to be the shaggiest witness I have ever laid eyes upon. Please state your name and occupation. You know, that's so-and-so, whatchamacallit. Anonymous. Anonymous TBD. At least that's what they've been calling me. TBD, as in to be determined? Can't you just tell us your real name? The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. Therefore, I named him Anonymous TBD in my report, but he thinks TBD is part of his name.
Objection!
You're letting an amnesiac testify? Have no fear. I have already questioned him at length. While it is true that he has utterly forgotten his name and past, his memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact. Considering the dearth of information, any knowledge may be of help. Therefore, I will permit this testimony. Now, Mr. Immis, please tell us what you saw. The night of the murder. That night, I was at the top of Mount Pony Pony, that mountain next to the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. What? There's no way you saw Miss Faye stab the victim with a dagger. I swear I don't know what he's talking about, or don't remember at any rate. Mount Pony Pony, the most beautiful mountain that is also known as the Little Sanctum. They must be talking about that smaller mountain from the poster. Mr. Immis, I was wondering. What can I do you for? The inner sanctum lies at a higher elevation where clouds and fog can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it? Good point. His Majesty raises an excellent question. Well, Mr. Immis? On the day of the ride, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. I had a perfect view. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day. Nick, don't we have the newspaper for that day? Yeah, let's take a look. It does say calm, clear skies, doesn't it? See, told you so! But he died in between 2 and 3 in the morning. I am so confused! There's something to do with ice and freezing overnight, and I don't know what I don't understand. None of this makes sense. It would appear that witness has offered testimony worth hearing. Mr. Immis, I too have a question for you. Didn't he already question the witness? Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot! How was the accused holding the dagger? Was she holding it underhanded, its blade protruding from the bottom of her hand? Yep, I believe she was. It's called a reverse grip. I thought as much.
Hold it!
Hold it right there! What bearing does this have on the case? You can stab from around them is what? Cease your interruptions, you putrid-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance in how the blade was held? Why don't you enlighten me, O enlightened one? I knew you were a fool. I can already picture you in your next life. Next life? Yes, after your soul writhes for centuries in the pits of hell. You shall be reborn as a witless sea urchin with barbs limited to your posterior. You shall live in a short, inconsequential life only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter. Okay. That was a bit excessive. I simply asked what was the dagger grip had to do with the case. Now pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what actions that she took. You were saying that the victim was killed while he had his back to the accused? Is that correct? Yes. As such, the accused's dagger grip tells us something very important. The accused approached the victim from behind and swung her arms around him. And plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen using a reverse grip. Really? Really? Thus, Mr. Immis's testimony clears up any doubts that might remain. And it coincides with her benevolence's insights as well. This is a disaster. I thought I'd blown those insights out of the water, but now they're back to haunt me. Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness. That night I was up at the top of Mount Pawnee Pawnee, the mountain next to the inner sanctum. Are you sure you're not mistaken, Mr. Immis? Was it really Mount Pawnee Pawnee that you climbed? Oh, I'm sure of it. It was really Pawnee Pawnee-ish mountain. What does that even mean? You know, now that I think about it, it was a mighty fine view. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no.
Hold it!
If you hate crowds, why bother climbing to the top? Couldn't you have just as easily prayed at the bottom of Mount Pawnee Pawnee? Wrong, bucko. This is a once a year epic event. I wanted to pray as close to the actual thing as possible. If you're so gung-ho about it, why didn't you go pray at the Plaza of Devotion? Like I said, I hate crowds. I wanted to pray in peace. Oh, Holy Mother, why do I only get the annoying ones? He's gotta be Larry. He's gotta be Larry. And my burning faith demanded that I climb up the mountain closest to the inner sanctum. Also...
Hold it!
Since nobody was around, there is nobody who can corroborate your actions either. Hee-ho! Hee-ho! Sorry, I want to screenshot that one. Hee-ho! Hee-ho, you're exactly right. In that case, Mr. Emmis, let me ask you this. Was there a reason you didn't want to be seen? About that. If you get caught climbing the surrounding mountains on the day of the ride, you get in big, big trouble. That's it. That's totally embarrassing, getting yelled at when you're a grown up. Yeah, you're a real grown up, all right. This is definitely Larry Butts. Since nobody was around, I lost all inhibition and...
Hold it!
You had a pair of binoculars with you. That's pretty convenient. You weren't planning to spy on the right all along, were you? Actually, I just happened to have them for bird watching. Bird watching, huh? I see. You're not gonna keep pressing him on this. He's sketchy as heck, but I don't really have anything I can really sink my teeth into yet. Oh, okay then. I love the great outdoors. That's just the kind of guy I am. A guy called Anonymous TBD. He's really starting to get on my nerves. As I looked through my binoculars, I couldn't believe what was unfolding before me. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. Did you really see what you say you did? Are you saying I'm lying about this? Well, I'm not. It's etched permanently into this old noggin. I didn't do what you say I did. I didn't even get a chance to touch the dagger on the day of the rite. What do you know? Why do I know of that? All I know is what I saw. I've never seen seen you before in my life. What possible reason could I have to lie? I didn't expect there to be any witnesses way up there. But I don't remember doing that at all. I know, I have a feeling the witness is lying. There has to be an inconsistency somewhere. I should take another look at the court record. I think I got it from the start, but... Here, and I'm not sure how you prove that. I think it can either be two things. Okay, nope, this is it.
Objection!
How is that not it? What? Sorry? I was... Oh, okay. Okay, what? How's that not it? You can't see the accused because there's a curtain. How is that not the answer? What? I guess you can also do this?
Objection!
What the fuck? There's a curtain you can't see. Doesn't matter if you got binoculars over there. You can't see behind a curtain. What kind of fucking logic are... What? You can't see the accused do anything. I'm just seeing if it could be a different statement. I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. Okay, maybe this statement? I feel like both are viable, though.
Objection!
They're both viable! Come on! Ah! I had my doubts about this bushy-bearded witness, but now I know we can't trust him. What? You ain't just dodging my solely on my bodacious beard, are ya? Not at all, Mr. Emmis. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony. It's testimony, you say? Yes, recall how the inner sanctum was that day. Specifically that it was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain. Why, yes, I believe you're right. The curtain would have completely blocked the witness's view from Pawnee Pawnee. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen. Ah! Mr. Emmis, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court? Well, you got me! The witness will lower his voice. I didn't actually see the accused herself. He didn't actually see the... Okay. What's that supposed to mean? Let me set the record straight, I beg you. I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. What? That's... Oh. That literally doesn't make sense. That's not how light works. What? I guess if the fabric is thin, you can see a shadow through the fabric. But, like, holy hell, that is a stretch. The figures were created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night. Oh my god. She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused reverse gripping that dagger. You cannot tell somebody is reverse gripping a dagger. Like, okay. Shadows. That's what you saw. It doesn't matter where your light source is coming from. Your light source could be coming from any direction. But it is not going to go through the others. What? I could see what was going on by the shadows projected onto the ritual curtain. In the future, Mr. Emmis, I would rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start. Forgive me, my main man. Wait. This has got to be Larry Butts, right? Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory. Though he saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony. You have to be kidding me. What are we gonna do now, Nick? All I can think of is to look for inconsistencies between the actual right and what Mr. Emmis says he saw. Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness once more. Sheesh. Alright, guess we're doing this. Only 3 statements. So what you saw were simply shadows? That's right. Those shadowy figures on that bright white curtain, they showed through plain as day. I could see everything that happened. But Miss Faye and Abbott and me were at the top of a mountain late at night. The only light up there was coming from our 4 lanterns. How could the shadows have projected that clearly onto the curtain? No wonder people harp at you lawyers. You're always so dang skeptical. The lanterns weren't the only sources of light, you know. I know. A moon is not that bright.
Hold it!
You claim to have seen shadowy figures that were projected onto the ritual curtain. But did you really see them? Of course I did. The bright moonlight projected them onto that curtain. Clear as day. I was like watching a scene out of a horror movie with my front row seat on Mount Pony. I guess the moon does shine a bit brighter when you're way up there. Okay. Maya, do you recall how bright the moon was that night? I remember there weren't any clouds and that the moon was definitely out. But I don't remember if I could cast any shadows. Okay, thanks. We can't deny that the moon was really bright. Okay. Which means it's possible that it was bright enough to cast shadows to appear. Okay. I remember it just like it happened. She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused reverse gripping that dagger. Hang on. How do you know it was Miss Faye if all you saw were shadows? It was that little bun on the top of her head. Didn't need to see her face. That distinctive bob's a dead giveaway. Never underestimate my keen sense of observation. Okay, well, you fucked up there. It's not nice to make fun of a girl's hairstyle. I like my hair this way. Besides, you're one to talk, you Sasquatch. Woo! You're not into this wild, manly look I'm sporting? Shows what you know, little girl. Ha 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 ha! Nick, is there some kind of a crime you can charge him with? I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. Now, he claims he only saw shadows? His testimony is sketchy written all over it. Then there must be an inconsistency in there somewhere. Yep. Was he really watching everything from Mount Pony? If so, then I should see how his testimony lines up with the conditions of the rite. I need to review a little bit here. The spring water was already stained red. Threat, this wanted poster describing the escaped prisoner. Okay. Oh, so that is north. Okay, so the moon's over here. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected. You can't see it projected with the moon in that angle. Is it like any of these statements? I feel like all three of them are wrong. I guess I'll try to pick the best one. I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. I'll just do it here.
Objection!
Okay. Sorry, that just kind of slipped out. I don't know about trials in your country, but we refrain from such rash outbursts here. Perhaps this will deter any future urges you might have. I'm not helping my case in the judge's eyes, both literally and figuratively. I'm just gonna fucking die. Okay, the figures were created by the light of the full moon on that still, clear night.
Objection!
So it's that one. I feel like all three of them should work, but okay. You saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight? Sorry, but that's just not possible. What do you mean? How How's it not possible that it was totally possible? That's impossible! Okay, I think I'm gonna need a logicalese translation on that. Let's take a look at this rights guide, shall we, Mr. Immis? The right is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. So, if the moon was shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Immis was standing in the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pony Pony. Oh, holy mother! That's right, our witness here couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain. No way! Perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lantern that cast the shadows he saw? I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast that crisp, distinct figures Mr. Immis claims to have seen. But I did see those silhouettes, really. How could he, Nick? Maybe he was someplace where they were visible? Wait, don't tell me. Your Magistrate, if Mr. Immis really did see those shadows, it brings a brand new fact to light. And that would be? The brand new fact that comes to light, if Mr. Immis really did see those shadows, is... He was somewhere else. Oh no, I'm gonna have to point out where he was. He wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder. Oh, then where do you propose the witness was? Someplace where he could have seen the shadowy figures, naturally. Wait, you mean... Oh god, okay. I think I have an idea. I just want to make sure. None of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. That leaves only one place he could have clearly seen the shadows from. And where might that be? Uh-oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to point the picture, like point on a diagram. He was at the High Priest's home. Can I say the dumb answers? I really kind of want to, I want to hear the dumb answers. He was at the Plaza of Devotion. Yeah. He was at the Plaza of Devotion. Do you truly believe Mr. Immis could see the inner sanctum from there? He must have really good eyes. Oh, I do pride myself on my excellent vision. But still, you think I could have seen the inner sanctum with a big old mountain in the way? It's not a matter of good eyesight defense. I must punish you for not seeing that. Wow. Worth it, though. We're literally doing this for the lulz, even though Phoenix and Maya could die. What's a little death, anyway? It's just a little death. Alright. So now let's do the second dumb one and see if we get some good dialogue here. He was at the High Priest's home. He was at the High Priest's home. And just how do you propose he saw those curtain shadows from there? The witness must be clairvoyant. Clairvoyant? Is this true, Mr. Immis? Do I look like a psychic nut job to you? Not a psychic one, at any rate. Oh. Well, at least the insult wasn't directed at me this time. You lawyers are a desperate lot, aren't you? Don't worry, Your Majesty. I'll get it right this time. Mr. Immis was at the inner sanctum just outside the curtain on the east side. That's the only place from which he could have seen the shadowy figures. Wow! Really? Wow, I didn't even think of that. Wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused? And the third party who was there, you mean? I get the feeling there's a subject Prosecutor Sadmati would rather not touch right now. Oh, you mean? That's right. This witness was at the scene of the crime, which means he is the mysterious third party we saw during the divination seance. He could be the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the High Priest. What? But this is Larry Butts, right? No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near its inner sanctum, and the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness entered that sacred space? Oh, he must have, I haven't thought that far ahead. The sanctum has sheer cliffs on 3 sides and a steep, towering rock face on the other. No one could have made it there by climbing the face of those cliffs. His Majesty speaks true. To say Mr. Immis was at such an inaccessible location is but a bid to tarnish his credibility. Is that not right? Right. I wasn't at the inner sanctum. No, sir, no how. At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't. I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Oh my god.
Hold it!
Then, what about those silhouettes you claim to have seen? I'm starting to think I've been imagining things. What? This is insane! In 3D! I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer. He's trying to frame the witness. Peace, peace, I say! This is impossible! Unless I can show how he got to the inner sanctum, it just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Immis. I believe in you, Nick. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah. Fight, fight, Phoenix Wright. Just look at the accused. Has she no shame? What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Wright is very trustworthy, I'll have you know. Damn, Maya. She's got some nerve for a criminal. I bet that lawyer poisoned her mind. Please, Maya, you're only making it worse. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now. I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any more sudden outbursts. Yes, Your Majesty. If I wasn't the bad guy before, I definitely am now. Now, Mr. Immis, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night. I have a hard time thinking that this guy is the murderer at all, because I'm just solely convinced that he's Larry Butts. And he's just being a fucking idiot. Like, I have thoroughly convinced my brain of this fact. Which would then imply that there were 4 people up on the inner sanctum, which is kind of insane. But, hey, you know what? It just might be. I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell you. That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Boy, you lawyers sure are scary. Wow, okay. I guess it might have been impossible for him to get to the inner sanctum like he claims, but... Now will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness? In 3D? Yeah, I'd like to see you explain how we got up there. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations? Oh boy. A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that for each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell. Quarianism is the strictest religion ever. And just so you know, you've already accrued 200 million extra years. Plus the 5 they started with, that's 700 million years of torment! Sure, what's another 200 million, give or take? Well, it's a big deal to me, Maya! I can't keep saying that the witness was there at the inner sanctum if I can't prove it. The problem is, how am I gonna do that? I don't know! Oh, sorry, his name is not Larry Butts, it's Lurice Donum. My bad. Wait, does that mean that the phrase changes from, like, when it smells, it's always the butts to, like, when it smells, it's always the donums? It doesn't have a ring to it. I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell you. Oh boy. Are you sure you weren't there? All I'm sure of is that you're deeply skeptical. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, are all lawyers always like this?
Most certainly. They always try to pin crimes on innocent witnesses without any proof whatsoever. They are no better than bacteria or viruses.
Yikes, you mean he's contagious? He's gonna give me loiteritis, huh? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Phew, that was a close one. He almost put me there at the scene of the crime when I wasn't even there.
Hold it!
Oh boy. You just said your memory was fuzzy. I sure did. What's the big deal?
Pikes Peak Audio tipped $5. Whoever smelt it, donum it.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. I'll tell you what, your testimony isn't very credible if your memory of the events is fuzzy. Oh, no worries there. My memory may be fuzzy, but I'm very clear about one thing. Here we go again. If you ask me whether or not I remember what I did that night, I'd say I do. In short, you are confident that your testimony is true. Is that correct, Mr. Image? Oh, exactly. Guess you don't get to be a judge for nothing. So in closing, I can clearly say that I was totally not there.
Hold it!
I wonder if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum.
If you have something to say, just say it.
Couldn't there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention? Nope, there isn't. Which means there is. Perhaps the defense would share its theory with us. I don't even have a wild guess, let alone a theory, though. Wait, I do have a wild guess. That's a lie. Time to reach into my bag of bluffs. To reach the inner sanctum without attracting any attention, he fell from the sky. Maybe you fell from the sky? The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now!
I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it.
Mr. Immis could have, parachuted down. We already know that the weather was clear and that there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say.
Now that you have been backed into a corner, your delusions grow even more delusional.
Wait, so like, how do they get prisoners up there in the first place? Do they just like put them on a plane and they like just drop them off? They just like drop them? Or a pulley system? Okay, that sounds realistic though. A cannon, I like that answer. They just like shoot them in a cannon. What the fuck? They slingshot them? Oh my god. Yeeted with a trebuchet? Probably.
The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep and a skydiver would soon find themselves in the Twilight Realm.
Yeah, I don't care how still the wind is, even I couldn't have made that jump. What's this building on top of the sacred mountain?
That is the Royal Penitentiary number 4. Oh, right. Princess Rafa mentioned there was a prison up there. How do you get your prisoners up there anyway? By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He is the only one who can approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum. Might I also add, defense, that no parachute or any other equipment necessary for skydiving have been found.
Are you saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I may be an incredible dude, but even I'm not capable of that.
Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. MS.
I'm not like I could fly through the air either.
I'm just gonna go for it. This is what I thought before.
Objection!
Mr. Immis is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear.
Well, now, finally come around, have you? Now that you see that I couldn't possibly have been there at the inner sanctum.
Right. If you didn't have any gear, that is.
Well, what on earth are you talking about?
That overreaction is a dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence. More like...
Those are prayer flags, are they not?
Yes, but they have been sewn together to create one big banner. A banner that could also function like a parachute.
Pokunka.
The people of Karayan are so used to seeing prayer flags that the police didn't even think twice about these flags during their investigation.
No, this cannot be.
The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Immis?
There's no way out. I'm surrounded.
Mr. Immis?
All this talk jogged my memory. I guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all.
Oh my god. If this guy isn't Larry Butts, I'm gonna be so upset. As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night. You did it, Nick. You weren't wrong after all. Thanks. Mr. Immis, you were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you?
What? No way, no how. It's like this. Oh yeah, I was only there at the inner sanctum by accident.
By accident.
Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute, it's a homemade paraglider.
A paraglider. Are you telling me you could fly using that patchwork mess of material?
It may not look like much, but it's as sturdy as it can be. I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. But then something happened that forced me to land at the inner sanctum.
So you just happened to land there? You expect me to believe that?
Now, please calm yourself, Mr. Wright. However, the fact that the witness was at the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed. And it certainly warrants further explanation. Therefore, let's continue with more testimony. That evening, I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. But just as Miss Mountain Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident.
Oh boy. Mr. Immis, you failed to mention any of this during your pre-trial questioning.
Can't be helped. I mean, I'm just remembering it now.
Continue such slipshod testimony and you will be cast into the hell of hangnails. Hangnails suck. Where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years.
Ooh, I think I'll pass on that.
Looks like that caught Prosecutor Sadmadi off guard. This is my chance to rip his case to shreds.
Here we go.
Hold it!
You were enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider? You didn't go to pray? A devout Koreanist like me can pray anywhere, even while flying through the sky. But I wouldn't recommend you try it. You're bound to end up dead.
A paraglider? I didn't see anything like that.
That's because of the ritual curtain. It blocked your view. You should have seen me majestically soaring behind between the mountains.
Really? What do you think, Nick?
Don't ask me. I was really enjoying that flight. At first, anyway. Just as Mount Pony Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened.
Something terrible happened.
Exactly. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible!
What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pony Pony?
What was it again?
Wait, you don't remember?
Let's just say it was terrible.
What just happened?
Hold it!
What exactly was this accident that you had?
Good question. Now, what was it again? Wind? Oh, yeah, it was the wind. And not just any wind, but a sudden gale force wind made me lose control.
The wind was strong enough to make you lose control?
You got that right.
Okay then, please add that to your testimony.
Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing at the inner sanctum.
Should I just go for it? Or should I keep going? Sure.
Objection!
I'll go for it. We have a saying in my country, Mr. Immis. From one lie sprouts another.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks.
What did you just say?
You claimed gale force winds caused you to lose control, but this newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. It says, the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today.
Why,
I do believe it does say that. From one lie spouts another. That makes sense, but is it really a saying back home? I've never heard of it. Yeah, I kind of made that one up. For real?
The music!
Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause.
More fatal, you say? The defense will explain himself at once!
Mr. Immis claims that he was flying up around the inner sanctum with his paraglider, but it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind.
Why, yes, I believe you're right, but we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Immis, how did you get there, and from where?
Without any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain by process of elimination. The only starting point that makes any sense is... Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Immis must have launched himself from here. This is a little bit silly, no?
Take that!
What? Are you insane?
That's where he came from? If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum by parachute. And that means that he must have also killed the High Priest. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. All right. So, I think that Larry Butts here somehow started working as a prison guard for the penitentiary. And we know that somebody escaped prison 2 days ago. And clearly, I don't think you can escape prison by yourself. Like, you have to have help of some sort. So, Larry helped this guy escaped 2 days ago. So he was the one at the scene, but like he also is the one that showed up to make sure. Maybe he's like just making sure his friend that he bailed out of jail is okay and doing the crime or whatever. I don't know. I think that's what happened though. And that means that he might have also killed the high priest. What? Mr. Immis, were you the third party at the inner sanctum and the one behind the warning to halt the right that the victim received? Was it you what we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira? No. Hoo-ha! In 3D. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, help me out here. You did it. You finally left him speechless. Oh, come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man. Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hangnail hell awaits you now. Wait, prosecutor, wait, Nayuta agrees? But I don't think that this guy did it. It was another guy, the guy that he bailed out of jail. But he also did it with good intentions, because the high priest was a rebel. This is gonna be sad, isn't it? Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did, in fact, descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. Huh? He didn't even put a fight up this time. That's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. It's Larry Butts, what are you talking about? Oh. His true identity. Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer up with something. It would seem I am the only one still in the dark here. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? Oh, no. It's Larry Butts. It's Larry Butts. It's Larry Butts. It's Larry Butts. Only now do you realize the truth. I was memeing before Nayuta. But it's Larry Butts. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? Are you sure? Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison, the precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper could have pulled that off. This witness is Dats a Rebel, prison escapee, and key member of Dirk's rebel group. What? Ah! It's Larry Butts. The witness is an escaped prisoner? Precisely. The police have been found scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was, right under our noses the entire time. Hoo-ha! Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise. But the witness charade is not all that has been shattered, is it, defense? Whatever. Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defense's own words. Oh my god. He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, and what's your point? What of the witness's true identity? Oh my... Oh no! He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. He's Larry Butts. Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this. Hoo-ha! You got me! I'm the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's a rebel! When did you get your memory back? Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me some credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum, but I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. No shit, Sherlock, man. A big fat lie? Oh, and by the way, long time no see, Yudi. Yudi? They know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. Oh, yes, of course. Bailiff, seize him at once! Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, Yudi? What's going on? I got it! Y'all, I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany. Get ready for the juiciest crystal theory of all time. So I'm gonna say, I'm a coward, so I'm gonna say it really fast and then I'm gonna move on. Dirk is Apollo's dad. Anyway, seems you really have forgotten the will of dragon, huh, Yudi? But I haven't, and no dogs of the Garen regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Alley-o! And he's gone. You heard me! Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. You heard me. Dirk is Apollo's dad. Moving on. The escaped prisoner escaped again. The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. An escaped prisoner who's escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on us. What was the point of all that anyway? Well, I can't help but feel that entire episode was an enormous waste of time.
I love that.
Your Majesty? Perhaps it was not as great of a waste as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor Sadmati? That's a rebel dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk! The rebel leader?! Oh, but we only have a small corner of it.
I've seen that scrap of paper before. How does it not have blood on it? Oh, I thought it was ripped for some reason. Oh.
Take that!
My bad.
And this is?
I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of that order that Mr. Rebel dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. That's very convenient. Very, very convenient.
Oh my! And just what does it say, Mr. Wright?
I can't read Koreanese.
Ah, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you please.
The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well then. Yeah, because you learn a language in a night.
I do not understand.
He said that in my head, like how Gale would say, like, I do not comprehend.
Well, what does it say?
Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was able to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape.
What? Then that is how he was able to escape from prison? So if I were to assume that Mr. Rebel was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Mr. Abbott in me tried to thwart his escape plan? That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. No. No.
A foul, oh foul lawyer, I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous.
I didn't say anything! Did he just read my mind?
I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the rebel's escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Datsa Rebel is not the High Priest's killer.
How can you be so sure?
If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Datsa Rebel's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. I am speaking of Abbott Inme, of course. Had Datsa Rebel simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have no cause to suspect anything. It is therefore unthinkable that Datsa Rebel was the High Priest's killer. So you're saying the High Priest was a... Oh, I cannot bear to say it!
I am afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threatened our kingdom.
How could this be?
The High Priest a rebel? There must be some kind of mistake in 3D! Such a...
Let it go and move on.
I hate this line.
Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. And that goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now.
And why should I?
Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated Datsa Rebel from our list of suspects, there is only one person that still remains, the accused Maya Fair.
Hold it!
it, right there. Aren't you forgetting something important?
Something important? Please do explain, defense.
We can't end this trial without looking into, well, the murder weapon. And the third party. Both of these? I'm gonna say the murder weapon. Third party, too.
What about the murder weapon? We haven't found it yet.
What does it matter if it has been found or not? The fact remains that the victim was killed with it by the accused. I also fail to see how that would be important, Mr. Wright. This, however, is.
Fine. No, Your Majesty, there is still something important that must be brought to light. The third party. I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira that we saw in the séance vision. If that wasn't Dat's a Rebel, then who was it?
Objection.
That matter has already been resolved.
It has?
What's he talking about? It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance's vision.
Objection!
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. Oh. How does that even happen? I can't do my finger point. Wait, that stops the finger pointing? What? How? Sweetie, just straighten your elbow. It's not stop. What? This is interesting. He can't do an objection, oh no!
サトライマオマノモサマシで足し抜けたれガセよそろか
It is time to let go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm.
This hardly seems fair. Does he not realize he has another finger that he can point with? Like, he can only point with the left hand, but God forbid pointing with the right. Like, just point with the other arm. I don't understand. The right hand isn't as powerful. I don't get it.
It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there is nothing but the Warbad statue. Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the séance is the Warbad statue draped in her sacred robes.
No way!
The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the séance vision before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip.
Why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira?
To show it to the victim as he was being slain.
And for what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill?
It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself.
What?
Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim that it was a third party in disguise.
Are you saying?
I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the a scheme in which she sought to use the seance's vision to mislead us. What? This can't be happening! What a face you are making, Defense. I am surprised you are taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy?
Pikes Peak Audio tipped $5. Objection. Maya's too much of a burger brain to pull off a galaxy brain move like that.
How did you time that dono alert to go right over a flashback? How? Like, that was actually perfect timing. That was insane. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm convinced you're a wizard. How did you do that? You predicted the future. You knew that the flashback was happening then. You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? And that he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? That sounds like some shit Edgeworth would do. Actually, Godot did that too. Wait, I think every prosecutor has done that to Phoenix now that I think about it. They've all just like egged him on. Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be! This is an outrage! You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit this foul and despicable murder? No, I did nothing of the sort! Maya. Nick, it's not true! I didn't!
Objection!
Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall. I'm starting to think that Nayuta is also a rebel. Indeed, it seems that this trial is over. Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something? The accused is not the killer. And, here's why. Now what do? I've got nothing. It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure that was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sadmati's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now. Not like this. Very well, then. I shall now render my verdict. Wait! Please, wait, I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. Why does everyone want me dead? This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the This is insane. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, Gabriel. I appreciate it. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... What the fuck? What is the meaning of this? A body has been found in the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. Whoa. My brain. Did this just happen, or was my theory also right that more than one person died before? What's this? A body. What happened now? And we found this sticking out of the victim. Why is that? It's Lady Kira's warbad dagger. Lady Kira, she has returned from the Twilight Realm. She has come to defeat the evil lawyer. Peace. Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sadmati. Yes. This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. What? But why would Maya's prints be on it? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmati? This trial has run its course, and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was. You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Sadmati, are you suggesting that what I think you are? I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused Miss Maya Fey. Me? What? In 3D? This is ridiculous! I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 days ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. Why, that timing matches perfectly! But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night. How does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there. Mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Huh. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. No! If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, then that more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest. Can he just say all this bullshit without anything? Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Datsa rebel escape, after all. Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. What is going on? It might be a small detail, but I also noticed that Nayuta is doing the same hand thing as Larry Butts. Because it's Larry Butts. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey masquerading as Lady Kira. Okay, dude. No, I didn't say Nayuta is Larry. I said he... Like, because the guy before, Anonymous, knew Nayuta. I'm saying that they were working together, but, like, yes. No, I didn't mean Nayuta is Larry. If Miss Faye is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe this second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Faye, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict? It seems the defense will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging on by a thread! Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you. I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned. Well, this went so far wrong. Oh, God. And we continue this tomorrow, chat. Oh boy. Everything went wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I had a good time in the court. And, tomorrow's a normal day, right? Like, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, tomorrow's normal. Yes, normal day. That means we have 5 more streams until,
7 years.
That's 7 months, not 7 years, Death Yodo. Thank you for the 7-month resub. Anyway, yes, we have 5 more streams until Metaphor. And that's a scary thing. Anyway, I'm getting off before y'all go off on your 7 references. My gosh, gee willikers. Okay, bye everybody. See you tomorrow.